What's going on YouTube? My name is Mike. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. It'll really help me out with the algorithm. We're just trying to relaunch the YouTube channel after a little bit of a hiatus over the last couple of years. We used to do anything on this channel from gaming to finance to hiking to vlogs to etc, etc, etc. I don't know what the direction of this channel is going to be kind of moving forward, but today we're talking about fitness and home gyms. So just for the sake of this video, my basement gym kind of has terrible acoustics and lighting, so I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a voiceover with B-roll behind me. So with that said, we're just going to jump right on into it. We're going to be chatting about my home gym. So I decided to build my home gym back in 2020, or at least that's when it started. When COVID was kind of hidden off everywhere, everyone's gym memberships were getting canceled or placed on hold. You'd had no access. It was only if you had a home gym that you could really continue to work out in your own time and in your own freedom. Now this gym iteration that I have this year, this has taken me the last couple of years. I did not start with all these pieces of equipment all at once. In fact, I actually just started off with just the plates. I bought those first in the heart of the pandemic when weight plates were very hard to come by. Followed that up with a barbell and then kind of built it around there. So here is my gym overall. So a little bit of background, I like to do kind of a variety of styles of training, mostly split between bodybuilding and CrossFit style movements. So I kind of wanted a gym that could encompass both of these styles. So I opted to go for a little bit of an open layout in the middle with a rack off to the side, and anything can be moved relatively easy should I need it. It's just enough space for me to do any of the CrossFit movements like power cleans, snatches, doing double unders in the middle, and then off to the side when I feel like doing some more bodybuilding, I can do anything I want within the rack or use one of the other pieces of machinery in the gym. So as I mentioned, I ended up buying my weight plates first. I ended up going with bumper plates. These are dead bounce York plates. If I had to do it again, I think I would do those crumb bumper plates just for a little bit less impact on my basement and a little bit of noise reduction for the neighbors. But it is what it is. I'm very happy with what I have right now. They are commercial quality, I believe. And then I also do have an additional pair of 45 Rogue plates for a grand total of 380 pounds of plates. That is more than enough for anything that I'll be lifting on my own. But I think the addiction of building the home gym is real, and I think we'll be adding more plates down the line. So for a rack, I ended up going with kind of a half power rack type thing. This one's from Synergy, a company up here in Canada. I ended up going with them because I actually bought the barbell first through Synergy. Was really blown away by the quality of the barbell. From what I hear, it is comparable to some of the Rogue bars at about half the price. So I ended up going with this barbell, ended up buying the rack right afterwards. The rack itself isn't super heavy duty. It's definitely not commercial quality. I think down the line, I would definitely like to replace this, but for now, it suits my needs, especially at the weights that I'm lifting currently. Off to the side, I have a bunch of kettlebells. I ended up getting quite a bit of a deal on most of these kettlebells. I actually got a deal on all of them. So I ended up getting a single 18 pounder and a single 44 pounder from a CrossFit gym that was closing in my area. Ended up following that up with a single 35 that was half price, also from Synergy. And then I ended up finding a steal on Marketplace for a pair of 53s and a pair of 64s. Again, this is kind of everything that I'd ever need in a set of kettlebells. I think on my wish list, I'd like to get a second kettlebell to each pair, in being the 18, 35, and 44, just so I could do some more dual movements in each hand. For the dumbbells, we've got 5s to 45s at the moment. I do plan on continuing to build that up all the way, maybe up to 100 pounds. Probably don't need to go that high, but I did opt to go for rubber hex dumbbells due to their affordability, and I just don't really trust the adjustable dumbbells either. I really like being able to superset some of my workouts, so being able to go from a 25 down to a 15 on a certain movement, something like that. I really like that option, so I've decided to do the hex rubber dumbbells. we're kind of jumping around the gym right now, but the flooring is actually old arena flooring. So an arena in my area was going under renovations. I ended up scooping up some of this flooring that was getting ripped out of the arena. The arena was getting new flooring, so I picked the best pieces that I could find that were on the way to the trash. Ended up using those. I ended up giving it a really good scrub, just because, you know, arena floors, a lot of skates and all the other things I don't want to think about, but it does the job right now. It protects the floor. It protects whenever I drop a weight intentionally or unintentionally, and it does a job. So this is kind of why I've got a bunch of offcuts that I've kind of jimmy rigged together to give me a relatively square floor. This is going to be something that I will replace. I am trying to decide if I'm going to go with the horse stall mat route or a giant roll that I can roll out. All really depends on what kind of training I end up kind of sticking with moving forward. I have found doing CrossFit in my basement on my own is a little bit hard to get motivated. So I ended up doing more bodybuilding type movements. So that means less weights getting dropped on the floor. So I might not necessarily need the thickest of rubber flooring, but we'll see what happens at the end of the day. Of course, a staple in CrossFit, we've got the Blitz air bike. So this is comparable to the Rogue Assault bike at, again, a little bit of a cheaper cost. I ended up getting this off Marketplace as well from a gym that was upgrading their bikes. This one was only a year old, basically brand new, super good condition. So I ended up picking this up. And this is a staple of just about every single workout that I do, whether I'm hopping on for a couple minutes at the start to get warm, or using it in a CrossFit workout of the day, or a cardio session at the end of a lifting session. This air bike does everything. You can do just legs, or you can bring the arms into it as well, and it really burns kind of everything. I hear they call this the devil's bike, and for good reason. One of my most recent purchases here was a leg curl leg extension machine. This one is plate loaded. I believe this one was from Northern Lights Fitness. It's of their Orion brand, I believe. This was a good deal I found online. It was right around New Year's, so I think they were doing a New Year's sale. Ended up picking this up just to keep my leg days fresh. This was the one day that I was struggling with a little bit. I can only do so many squats without getting bored, squats and lunges. So if I can do a set of squats, a set of lunges, maybe some snatches, paired with a leg curl and extension, that just makes it a full workout. I'm hammering every different movement I need for my legs. And yeah, it's just been a super enjoyable piece of equipment. Aside from that, I do have a bunch of accessories. I have different bands, I have an ab mat, different grips, I've got chalk, plyo box, we've got yoga mats as well. And I even built this wall so that I could do handstand push-ups against. Again, another CrossFit workout. This is definitely a fun one. So I wasn't able to be doing that movement when it was just against my 2x4s and concrete wall. So it definitely did kind of change the overall layout of my gym. And when I did this, I did a whole reenactment or rearrangement of the gym. So moving forward, I do have a couple other pieces that I would like to add in the future, including a functional trainer or a lat pull down machine. Kind of once I get that all done, the gym is going to be pretty much complete. As much as I want to say that, I know I'm going to continue to purchase gym equipment, but of course I do also want to finish up the basement, put some walls up, just make it a little bit more inviting in the space overall. So that's gonna be the next goal. But I really just wanted to make this video today because I love looking at kind of progress videos. I want to be able to look at this video 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line and just see where my gym has gone compared to what it is today. So if you have enjoyed it, make sure you again hit like, hit subscribe. If you do want to see more videos like this, please let me know. And if you want to see any reviews on gym specific pieces, also comment down below and I can definitely make that. Anyways, just want to thank you for hanging out with me today. Thanks again. We'll see you guys all in the next one.